Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for tuning in. Hope everyone's doing okay. So just a quick one today. I went back to my local shop, Soundz of Southsea, for a little dig. Now, I did a proper review on them quite recently, a couple of months ago. And I thought, obviously, being local, I'll return, see what's been going on. So I'll give a little update on their shop in a moment. So first of all, what you all want to see, let's see what I got. Let's get straight into it. So just three here today. So first of all, I got this. This is a Broken Frame by Depesh Mode. It's been a long time coming getting this one because I've never owned it before, and I've got, I've now got all the Depesh Mode albums up to and including Songs of Faith and Devotion. So it's kind of completed the set up to that point. This one, I always found it's either overpriced or I did see copies around that sort of like not good enough condition. So nice to find an original UK pressing. It's in lovely nick. Needs a bit of a clean, but that's not a problem. It's got the original inner. Second album, from what I understand, because I haven't heard this record, I've never actually streamed it or anything. It's certainly, I think they were still, from what I believe, they were still very much finding their feet. They still had the kind of lighter, poppy sound of at the early stages of their career. Main songwriter Martin Gore took over after Vince Clarke left to form Yazoo, so he became the principal songwriter and kind of remained so ever since, I believe. So I'm very glad to get this one at long last. It's not a particularly rare album, but Depesh Mode, they're all going up in price. They're all going up in price. Their 80s albums a few years ago, I was finding them for sort of, between £5 and £10, and that's not the case anymore. So grab them while you can. That's what I say. Right, next, another one that's been eluding me. I've had real trouble getting a decent copy of this one, and it's been a top one, so I'm very glad to have it. This is the debut by A Wall of Voodoo. Now, I talked about Wall of Voodoo probably about a month ago on one of my weekend spins. I spun their second album and talked about it. It kind of surprised me how many people commented on them. And, they're a lot more well-known than I sort of gave them credit for. But I really like the second album, so I've been after the debut for ages. And over the last year, I've seen two copies elsewhere, one of which was in terrible condition, and the other copy, when I pulled it out the sleeve, it turned out it was broken. I think it was just put in error by the shop, but there we go. So yeah, this is a decent copy. There's a little scuff on the record, but I really don't think that's going to sound, so yeah, I've taken a chance on that. Again, needs a little clean, but it was priced nicely, so yeah, very, very nice. This really, really good post-punk, this, and this is an original first press on, I think, IRS. And finally, one from the wall. When I say the wall, what is known, well, they call it the Holy Moly Wall. A rarity, and I was surprised to see this one. And I'm like, yeah, you're coming home with me. Oh, it's this. It's a one and done. Now, this is actually an upgrade copy. This is Hackin Sack. It's from 1974, and it's called Up the Hard Way. So, now, the copy we've got here is beautiful. It is lovely. The sleeve is really tidy. It's got the original inner. And the record, whilst showing signs of playback, is absolutely lovely. I love those custom labels. Very, very nice indeed. And I have to say, this was priced very nicely. I mean, it did cost. It's not a ridiculously pricey record, but it's certainly a lot less than what it's going for and being sold for online. And yeah, especially for the condition it's in. As I say, I mean, the copy I've already got and I've owned for years has got minor issues to it. I haven't played it for a while. It's okay, it's playable, but it's a VG at best. But yeah, this is an absolutely lovely upgrade. It's heavy blues rock from 1974. Probably a bit late for that sort of thing, really. I think by 1974 things were kind of moving away from the kind of the hardened blues rock, weren't they? it's a bit of an unusual one. It's got quite a polished sound to it, this one. So I think they were kind of part of like some second wave of heavy bands. But yeah, that's my analysis anyway. But really, really nice to have. I always used to think that sleeve was done by Roger Dean, who did the Yes album covers, but it's not. I think it's just in a quite similar style. So 3 very, very nice finds indeed. Now, I didn't take footage of the shop because I've kind of already done that. I did that 2 months ago. And what I will do, I will put a link to my previous video showing you around the shop in the description if you haven't seen it already. All I will say is that the shop has the kind of internal infrastructure of the shop, if that's the right word, infrastructure or furniture or whatever, it's improved even still. They've continued to improve it. They've built racks and racks for CDs. They've got tons of CDs for sale in there, and indeed there was someone in there buying a load of CDs. I think they seem to be making a comeback. I know there are people here on the VC who are showing off their CD purchases of late, so it does seem to be sort of the time to be buying them. But yeah, it's even more spacious. The stock was different from when I last went in, so it's obviously, they're keeping a good rotation going. Warm welcome, always friendly, always nice to have a chat, and just a great vibe in there. Prices are great, conditions are great, and they're also dog friendly, because I went out for a walk with Rollo, the cockapoo, took him for a run in a nearby park, and went in, and he was most welcome to go in there. So I think you'll agree with me. Any dog owners out there agree that if you can take your dog in a shop and incorporate a dog walk into it, it's very much 2 birds with 1 stone. So yeah, that was a good thing. As I say, they were formerly known as Soundz. They're now called Soundz of Southsea. I'm going to put a picture of the new shop frontage up. I did take this image from Facebook. I hope they don't mind. I'm sure they won't. It's just one social media to another. But yeah, what more can I say? Great shop. Obviously, I'll be doing plenty of digging there in the future and showing off what I bought. So if you're down on the south coast or indeed in Portsmouth, get yourselves down there. I think that's everything. As I say, yeah, definitely just a short one. Yeah, not much more I can say apart from that. So until the next video, and there will be more to come, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all again soon.